Yeah, right. So I want to get a second petrol tank in, but I thought two heads are better than one.
Good morning.
It's motor shed. Right, we're going to try and get maybe use that, but we want to try and install a second petrol tank for long range.
We've got some aluminium if that's better.
We'll see.
Don't know.
Well, we're just going to experiment and find out. Probably should have done it the other way around actually. We'll cut this side first.
Oh right.
They say it's going to rain at 11 o'clock.
Well, we'll be drying here, mate.
Yeah.
So that's roughly where it should be.
Making some brackets.
Yeah. Tank in.
Right, there we go. We've got a little bracket there, so hopefully we can get this tank in.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. We're going to go that way.
So we want it about there.
Maybe a bit lower. So I can't get
That's
one.
as low as it can go.
Yeah, that's as low as it can go. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now let me get another bit of metal and see if we can get a bracket. Okay, get in there.
Well, it doesn't like it.
Okay, well don't give it copper then.
Yeah, don't like that. So I think I've got to take quite a bit off. Oh, it's hot.
Look at that, it's on. That did really well.
Got to use your copper pipe.
I wanted to use the copper pipe. I really did.
S.
I really did. I wanted to be all copper pipe, but probably yeah, the front bit. But that looks really good. That does.
It's solid. That's the main thing.
And it just about clears. It's so close. It just about clears. Just about clears. That's so good. And then I've got to plumb it. I'll plumb it all in another day. So that'll look really good. Cool. I filled up the front tank 1417. Front tank's filled up. We'll see how many miles I get to that before it runs out. Okay, so I've still got a bit of a backfire. So for my general use, it's fine. When I'm flat out, I mean it pulled 50, but to be honest, I don't really want to go much faster, so I'm happy with the speed. I don't know what its top speed is. I mean, I've got it to 50. I don't know what its top speed actually is. But yeah, I want to do a range test, so I mean, doing a mixture of riding is probably going to give me the worst. That'd be a good guide. One of my straps came undone. Don't think I had it quite right. Oh, it must have hit the exhaust, it's melted a bit. That's always good. I haven't done this in a while. So I'm going to do this now. It's like that. I've hit it around a couple of times. Must have been hitting the exhaust because it's melted a bit. Right. Okay. Let's continue. Right, so I've just found out that, look, front tank is full still. So that means my taps are on it. I've been running off the back tank all day, not the front tank. It doesn't matter, I'm going to run this down, then I'll just leave it and just keep running this, and then I'll work out what my range is on that. And I can switch over to my front tank. Alright, so I'm off on a little ride today. I don't know, I'm just going to keep riding. I'll probably head for Rikers or something. But yeah, I just want to... a few days have passed since I recorded that last clip. Well, maybe a week has passed actually. It's 1 degree this morning. But I've wrapped up and hopefully I'll stay somewhat warm. And yeah, leg shields to keep you warm and all that. Right, but yeah, I'm still testing the range, so hopefully at some point today the tank's going to conk out and I'm going to run out of fuel on my back tank, and then I'm going to switch to the front tank. Was that it just there going? No. But yeah, it's what is it? It's I think I filled up at about 70 miles ago, maybe. So it'll be a good indication of my range, and that's what I want to find out. Like, what's my range going to be? And I'm not, you know, I've been doing a mixture of riding in between. So, you know, being heavy with the throttle, taking it to about 50 mile an hour. It does about 50, but it can do that, not at full throttle. So I think that's just where the jet, I need to rejet it to get it to that last little bit, because it's got more to give, but it just doesn't. Oh, and the speedo is actually really accurate as well. I must remember that. This speedo is actually, so I had the phone on it for the past few times that I've been on it, just so I can test to see, you know, what its capabilities are like. But yeah, I think I'll need to go maybe upper size in a jet, maybe, or something. I don't know, I'll figure that out later. But yeah, I might need to go up a jet size if I want to get a bit more speed. And at the moment it's alright. The backfire, it does backfire, but only when you've been flat out for quite a while. So maybe it's running too rich at the top end then. I don't know. Yeah, I have to, like I say, it's all experimental. This is with the performance carb and well, that air filter box thing of a jingy. Yeah, it's quite an accurate speedo, which is nice. So it means I should get a roughly accurate mileage estimate, because it's a C90 from a, well, I've got a C90, it's a C90 frame, but the tank's from a C70, I think. So it's 4.5 litres, whereas if I had a C90 tank, it'd be 5.5 litres. And I don't know why they shrunk them down later on the later models. It's such a shame they did that. So the newer Cubs, I think, are like 3.75 on a C90, then it's like 3.50 on a C50, and then for the C50s it was 3.25 litres or 3 litres or whatever it was. Basically nothing. And then I don't know why they did that, but the tanks, the frame's the same size, so you can take a tank from the other one and put it in there and give yourself an extra half a litre if you're going from a C50 up. Oh no, I didn't want to go on wet roads. The bike's filthy enough. Which is, and the stupid thing is the modern Honda Cub, the C125, that's like not even a 4 litre tank as well. So they'll do like 100 miles to a tank maybe, depending on the rider and everything. But yeah, this is the sort of roads I'd ride when I'm on a trip. I usually take the back roads, so very rarely is the bike going to be flat out. But yeah, I'll have a mixture of riding, won't I? So it's one of those things. I'll have a mixture, and then I'll decide. Because at the moment I'm barely touching the throttle, which is lovely. It's cruising at 30, you know. And then if I want to, you know, go to 40, it can easily do it. So it's much faster than the CT. Oh my goodness, look at this road, it's mud everywhere. It usually floods along here actually. Probably why there's loads of mud. Yeah, right here you can see where it's all flooded recently. Yeah, a little bit of a splutter still, but it just requires more tweaking, which is a bit annoying. Quite nice. I'm at about 3/4 throttle. It's cruising lovely at 3/4 throttle now. Will it backfire now? As I've rolled off the throttle and shut the throttle down? No? Okay, good. So it seems to be when you're going about 50 and then you throttle off, then it backfires. Okay. Got the cleaning cloth upgrade. The tennis ball mount is on. I've even got a squeaky horn. Just an extra horn. Yeah, 40 mile an hour is probably quite comfortable in this Arctic environment. Actually, I think I'll just keep it at 40 mile an hour, to be honest. Right, I'll tune back in when maybe I run out of fuel or something. You know what? It's not warm, but it's not. Oh, come on. Okay, so I'm doing 30 going up a hill. I'm gonna have to gear down. There we go. Still pulling, still accelerating, which is good. That's a bit better than the standard cub. Yeah, because you've got the extra gear with the lift fans, which is basically the only upgrade you get. I mean, they're the same speed. The lift fans are the same speed. You only get the 110 and the 90 are the same speed, because I'm running a standard carb and a standard exhaust, so I'm not going to get any faster, am I? Van driver was right on my chuffer, he was. Right on my chuffer. He was so close to me, he couldn't see which way I was going. His bonnet was so close to the back of my bike just then, jeez. So he couldn't see which way I was indicating. Just saw him up in the mirror. Like, he must have got really close to my back end. Like, ridiculously close. I'm keeping up with traffic easily. Easily keeping up with traffic on this. Not even full throttle. See? Got more to give. That's buzzing. I need to put my phone back in there, stop the buzzing. I'll just hold it. Why have I come all the way to Dorking? Well, two reasons. I can go shopping because there's a Tesco's there. I have to go to Tesco's. I have to go to Tesco's today, yeah, to get some shopping. Got the top box on, but didn't say which Tesco's. Oh, 1,500 miles, cool. Basically brand new. So I've done, what's that, 90 miles now, since the last filled up? Must be a fun run. Must be a fun run. Oh, not very many bikes here to do. Just went to Rikers. Loads of cars in there today. There must be a fun run on or something, I don't know. There were some bikers there showing up. But yeah, a few of us out. But yeah, just thought I'd look at the bike over. Literally parked the bike up, noticed that it's leaking oil. Oh, not a lot, a few drops, but enough now where I'm like, well, there was one or two drops in the shed. I wasn't too worried about that, but now there's a little pitter patter. So there's an oil leak, and it's not too bad, but it's not getting any better, and it's not getting. I thought after a few heat cycles it might expand the metal or something, so I don't know what's happened there. I've got a couple of ideas where it might be coming from, but it's not coming from the outside engine casing, I don't think, so I'm going to have to investigate that. But yes, I've worked out the MPG now on the front tank. It's about 90 miles to the tank, so I managed to do 90. I've done just under 90 miles, but I've swapped over tanks now. I'm running on the front one, purely because I just don't want to I don't want to make it run out all the way. I have cleaned the tank, but if there is any dirt in the tank, I don't want it going into the system. Let's try and avoid it, but it's really low down, so I know that it did 85 miles, and there's enough in there to get me another 5 miles, I reckon. So I'm going to run the front tank down, so I reckon about 85 to 90 mpg. So if I say 80 mpg or 85 mpg, then I'm definitely covered. There's definitely day 86 and there's a bit left, so yeah, so it's doing about, and it's a 4.5 litre tank, so that's a gallon, so yeah, that's about right. That's about where I need it to be, so that's pretty good going. Now I've got to work out where this oil leak's coming from, and I think I'm going to have to take the whole side. I think it's coming from the left side panel, So I'll probably open it up today maybe and have a look. I don't think the oil's gone down too much. I did check the dipstick and it doesn't look like it's gone down on the meter. So, or if it has, I can't really tell, but it's still within the allowance of oil amounts. So 86 mpg, so back tank. That's a shame it doesn't get a nice round 100 though. That's just, maybe on a run it will get 100. Maybe on like a good, when I'm on a good trip and I'm just constantly cruising at like 40 or something, you know, maybe that would be where I get the really good miles maybe that's where I get the really good mileage. Alright, so I'm gonna have to tune back in a week's time or 3 weeks time when I finally do the last bit of mileage to run the other tank down. Yeah, I reckon it's going to take me a good couple of weeks because it's going to snow again today, it looks like. Okay, so my prediction, I think that this will need a fill up at 1,000. I think the fuel will run out at let's say 70 miles. Let's say 70 miles. No, 75 miles. Let's see how close I am.
Are you running out of fuel?
Yeah, run out. It's cough. That's it. That's the end of the fuel.
How many miles?
83.
That's alright.
Yeah, 83. It's empty. Okay. Now I've got to wait for it to fill up again. Watch, let's turn
I'm
this.
just going to flick mine over on the fly.
I can't. There we go. And we're off again. So I use the bike as a bit of a daily driver. So a lot of mixture of riding, fast speeds, slow speeds. So I reckon maybe the MPG would be better on a long run, but by a little bit more, not a great, not a lot. But yeah, 83 miles on the front tank and 95 on the rear. Well, it says 178, but let's just round it down a bit and say 170. So 170 mile tank range on a Honda Cub. I'm really quite impressed with how fast this little bike can go. It can literally cruise along at 50 and maybe even kiss 60 every now and then. Pretty good. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Bye.